Hey everyone, and welcome back for your weekly energy forecast and oracle reading. Okay, so let's see what this week holds. Let's see what energetic weather we have and what guidance Spirit has for us as to how to make the most of this energetic weather and influence. Okay, so let's just give the tarot a really good shuffle and let's see what cards we have and what energy we're dealing with in the beginning of this week. We have the Five of Cups. Now this card speaks about loss, disappointment, watching everything go down the drain, right? So we might be feeling like, or should I say ruminating on the past mistakes, past losses, how we might be feeling like we've gone backward instead of forward. But please notice this lady is not noticing this bowl behind her. It's full of what looks like gems. So essentially there's a gift, okay? So as we look back at the past, there's a gift there. So in the beginning of this week, when I tune into this, I'm hearing Spirit say that all is not lost. So whatever difficulties have been in the past, wherever we've made redirections, if you will, or took wrong turns, Spirit is saying it's for very, very good reason, okay? Now, in the beginning of this week, we are given the opportunity, that's why it's coming up. We've been given the opportunity to really reflect and go back, okay, and see, okay, whatever occurred in the past, remember, whatever happened there has made us who we are today, and you get to decide what you make it mean. Are you making the past mean that you're a failure, that you're useless, that you're going backwards? Or are you looking to see what did you learn? What gifts are you taking away? What blessings are there is the question, okay? Now, I was given a good analogy just now when I was doing a reading for a client. If she's watching, she'll know who she is. But she was kind of, I'm not going to say names, but she was feeling the same way, like she'd just gone completely backwards and made big mistakes. And the analogy Spirit used for her, and they're showing the same analogy here, is she was like driving along, okay? And she kind of drove into a driveway, and she didn't know it was the wrong driveway in this analogy, but she turned into this driveway and realized, oh no, this is not the right driveway for me at all. I don't like this, okay? So what does she do? She's got to reverse out the driveway, come back into the road, and move forward in the right direction again, right? That's all it is. So if you're looking back there and thinking, oh, I really took a wrong turn there, I really messed that up. No, you went into the wrong driveway. And now, well, not the wrong driveway, but that driveway, that property there didn't serve you. So now you've got to reverse. So now we might be feeling like we're going backwards in life, okay? But we're not going backwards. We're just coming out of what is no longer serving us so we can be back in the road and go in the right direction again. That's all it is. So this is not a big, it's not a big deal. It's not a big drama. It's just, we're just realizing, okay, that's not for us. We didn't waste our time. We learned something valuable. Now we're going backward because we're backing out so that we can go forward. So we might be feeling in the beginning of this week like we're going over old ground. But as we go over the old ground, there's a lot of wisdom there, and there's a lot of life lessons there that are valuable. Don't lose the lesson, I'm hearing Spirit say, okay? Because let's be real, this human life is about self-actualization, isn't it? It's about self-awareness. And as we become more self-aware, we do better, okay? Spirit often uses the analogy of school grades, okay? So in other words, now you might be in grade 12. You can't beat yourself up over the maths test you got wrong in grade 8. It makes no sense, okay? So don't beat yourself up over the past. You didn't know better. Now you do, okay? When you know better, you do better. Okay, let's get some elaboration on the Five of Cups from the wisdom of the Oracle. A change in the wind. That's why I was drawn to the number 5 on this card. The number 5 there, okay? Number 5 in numerology denotes change. So this card is talking about a change in the wind. Things are changing. Change is afoot, okay? Now what sticks out for me with this card is what I would interpret as being baggage on this zebra's back. Okay. Oh, there's much more here. This is baggage that the zebra is carrying. Now, they're giving me the understanding of a zebra can't change its stripes. Okay. But figuratively speaking, a zebra will try to fit in and change its stripes to fit in. So maybe we're looking at the past and thinking, in those times that I look back and I interpret as being mistakes, did I try to become somebody that I actually wasn't? Was I trying to shrink to fit in? Was I trying to change myself? Was I being inauthentic? Was I not being true to myself? And that's how I managed to get into the wrong driveway. Do you see where I'm going? So let's set ourselves free of the baggage. Okay, I'm getting a huge release of baggage this week. Let's let it all go. But I want to read the message of this card. Let's see, what is this trying to tell us? Let's get some elaboration. Okay. This card says, it's human nature to yearn for certainty and to resist change, to want the world to remain consistent like a zebra's stripes. Yet nothing in human experience is black and white, nor will anything remain static. The one thing guaranteed is change. Now is a time for transformation, as outer conditions are temporarily moving out of sync with your desires and expectations. Stay the course and remember that even storms serve to clear the air, scatter seeds and nourish the soil for better things ahead. Life is about to get interesting. Anticipate it with curiosity as you wonder what is coming in on the shifting winds. The unknown is where the magic lies. I love that. Change, be open to change, be open to the unknown. Amazing. Okay, let's get some elaboration from the enchanted map for the beginning of this week for all of us. We have the Dragon's Lair. Okay, now this card speaks about uncharted territory, okay? Whatever you might perceive as being a dragon's lair, it holds treasure, okay? But, okay, that makes more sense. Okay, what they're showing me here is, as we take uncharted territory, as we go into the unknown, as we face change, when we face the dragon's lair, which is going to look very scary, we all know there's treasure inside there. But now, before we can just get the treasure, we have to go through, I want to say, challenges, if that makes sense, before we get to the treasure. So in the beginning of this week, I'm hearing just dig deep. Face the shadow that could be there. Face that part of you that thinks that you're not worthy and you're not good enough, because there's treasure inside, okay? They're saying your own personal power is wrapped up in barbed wire, and that barbed wire is the I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I made so many mistakes, I'm useless, my life is not going the way I want it to. There's treasure inside, and that's your personal power. Very, very interesting and very powerful start to the week, it feels like. Okay, let's see, what do we have now for the middle of the week, Wednesday and Thursday? What energetic weather is here for us in the middle of the week? We have the Knight of Wands. Now, this is about inspiration, passion, fire, getting inspired, acting on, like getting fired up and getting things done, okay? So the beginning of the week is like we're clearing out the clutter. Middle of the week is like, let's go. Now, this is a very good card if any of you are worrying, oh God, where's the camera? If any of you are worrying about work, how to expand work, how to get a new job, I just get a sense of the weather is very good in the middle of the week to take action where your career is concerned. And I'm hearing Spirit say, dare to be different. Do things differently, or listen to those genius ideas you have about your business, or listen to those inspirations about maybe changing career even, okay? Pay attention, because it's going to be loud. All right, let's get some elaboration from the wisdom of the oracle for the middle of this week. And I just dropped all of them on the floor. Sorry. Oh dear. Okay, let's see, what do we have? Let's give these another shuffle. Did this last week too. Why? Lots of high energy at the minute. All right, let's see. What do we have for the middle of the week? Happy, happy. Embrace happiness. I just heard Spirit say we're not supposed to suffer our lives. We're actually supposed to be happy. We're supposed to do what makes us happy. Okay? They're saying very simple rule in life. If it makes you happy, it's right for you. If it brings you peace, it's right for you. Okay? Embrace happiness in the middle of this week, please. Okay, let's get some elaboration from the enchanted map. Now, I'm also hearing lightening of the load with the happy, happy card. So, in the beginning of this week, as we shed old beliefs, old pains, old patterns, whatever it is that's coming up in the beginning of this week, as we move past it, we move to another rung of the ladder. We move up. And as we move up, there's more happiness there. Lightness of heart, I'm hearing. Freedom. And the clarity to take action where our careers are concerned. Okay? Getting fired up and passionate about what makes us truly happy in our career. This card is fighting with me, so clearly it wants to come out. This says compass, finding your true north. Okay? Clearing out the clutter again, I'm hearing. As we find our true north, clearing out the clutter. Let's read the message. What are we clearing clutter about? Let's see, 50. It says, can't make this up. It says, you're entering uncharted territories right now and can expect wonderful new experiences. To stay on the highest path of your destiny, you'll need to keep your compass pointed to true north. Only spirit or a higher power can serve this function. Money, property, prestige, romance, and other material achievements can't help you find your true path. They are simply things you may experience along the journey. Know that spirit is working in your life. So even if you feel lost temporarily, it'll be easy to find your way. Have faith and trust, for your compass with spirit as true north will ensure that you'll never be lost, even on a starless night when things seem dark. Okay? So this is about it feels like in the middle of the week, reorienting. Again, here's an analogy of the driveway again. We thought we went into the driveway that was best for us, realized, woo, not so much. We backed out. Now we're backing out in the beginning of this week thinking, flip, now I'm bloody going backwards. No, we're going forward. We're reorienting so that we can go on the right path that's actually meant for us. That is for our highest good. Okay, let's see what is happening here for Friday and the weekend. This card, we have the Queen of Wands. I love this card. This card, again, please notice the wands in the middle of the week also. Wands, this suit in the tarot is all about fire, passion, inspiration, speed, okay? Things happening quickly. So when I tune into the energy of this, I'm being drawn to the magic that she's creating here, okay? Now, what I love about the Queen of Wands is she speaks about confidence. Know who you are, okay? So come Friday and the weekend, we're going to have that confidence, that spark, that fire, that magic to do what needs to get done, okay? But with a little bit of spice, I'm hearing, because Spirit is saying you may have completely different ideas of what's going to make you happy or what's going to bring you joy and satisfaction. You might have a complete change of heart about a lot of things in your world come Friday and the weekend. And they're saying that's just the beginning, okay? Because they're showing this whole month of February, actually, it looks like an activation. It's like this month we're turning the key in the ignition. And then there's something between now and April. I've been seeing April for a while as some sort of gateway or portal or liftoff towards the next leg of our journeys. but February is the ignition. Okay, so this is the month where, like, we get genius ideas, we get inspirations, we feel like we want to try this new thing or go in that new direction, or just complete change. Okay, and I feel like this is the week where it starts to germinate, that feeling. I'm hoping I'm making sense here, okay, because there's a lot going on energetically on the inside, it feels like. Okay, now they show me germinating from within, so there's a lot of stuff going on inside of us this week that is enabling that germination to take place, so that life can start to take off for us. Because they're reminding us, and this annoys me, that the new year doesn't actually begin on the 1st of January. It ties in with the astrological new year, which is towards the end of March, actually. Oh, you know what it is? Do you know what it is? It just came to me. The Chinese New Year. I think that's one of the days now coming up, the Chinese New Year, which happens to be, I think it's called the Yang Wood Dragon. Okay? Now, the dragon's lair. So dragon energy is about fire, power, releasing your inner power. Yang energy is action. Wood is earth element. So wood is slow, not slow but steady, but cautious. Okay? So we're going to be taking some action from the beginning of this week. And we cannot go forward and take action if we're holding on to baggage, if we're holding on to this nonsense. Okay? Got to let that go. It seems like every week now this is becoming a theme where we're letting things go, but then I'm hearing my guides say, but are you surprised at the rate that we're all growing and evolving? The more we grow and evolve, the more momentum is built, the more we shed what doesn't serve. I hope that makes sense. So anyway, long story short, Friday and the weekend, magic, confidence, strength, let's go energy. Fabulous. Okay, let's get some elaboration now from the wisdom of the oracle. For Friday and the weekend, we have got truth be told. Now this is coming up often also. Truth, speaking your truth, being authentic. Now I'm being drawn to all the hearts here on this card. So this tells me relationships are going to take a bit of center stage over the weekend. And with that comes open, honest, authentic, real communication. I'm also hearing clearing the air where relationships are concerned. Okay? Speak from your heart, I'm hearing. Drop your defenses, speak from your heart. Because I'm hearing potential for misunderstanding. Maybe there's going to be some arguing or differences of opinion. They're saying speak from your heart. Let it go through a filter of love and watch how easily things resolve. I'm hearing leave your ego at the door. Okay, let's get some elaboration from the enchanted map for Friday and the weekend. We have slow and steady. Slow and steady wins a race. No need to rush. Now this is interesting because we've got so much fire energy. That's the suit of wands. It's fire, it's action, it's movement. Let's go, enthusiasm, passion, woohoo, okay? That energy can make, or too much of it can make us start strong and then fizzle out very quickly. So, but it doesn't mean don't act. So take the actions as you feel guided, especially career-wise this week, okay? But do it slow and steady and cautious, one step at a time, so that you don't burn out or hit a speed bump too fast, okay? Interesting unfoldment this week. Okay, let's get some further elaboration from the Gateway of Light Oracle, just so that we can see what our souls are up to this week. What is cooking here for us this week? Let's see. Daisy has got a lot to say as usual. She's hearing the other dogs barking and she has to join in, but she's too lazy to get up and go and see. Okay, let's see what guidance is here for us for this week, please. Let's take two. Right, we have Halls of Learning, Spirit Guides, Confirmation, Great Lessons. I love that. Okay, let's read this card's guidance. Halls of Learning. This card says, you are on the path to great learning. Spiritual beings are drawing close to support you. If you are facing challenging or difficult circumstances or have just moved through such a time, you're being called to review what you have learned about yourself. That's what the beginning of the week is all about. If you're still feeling overwhelmed by a certain event or asking why it happened, call on Source and your guides to reveal to you the pattern, the trauma, or the wound that has contributed to this challenge. If you aren't experiencing challenging energy, the reason is that you've made huge progress on your spiritual journey, so much so that your perspective has shifted so that you can view every challenge as a window of opportunity. The Halls of Learning Gateway indicates that your spiritual gifts are developing at this time. So it seems like this week is quite the large leap in consciousness, which is the whole point of us humans actually being here in the first place, is to learn and expand our consciousness and to master manifestation and to use energy, really. That's why we're all here, okay? Now, let's see. Now we have the Stellar Gateway Activation, which is this card here, sorry. Okay, let's see. Stellar Gateway Activation. This card says, you are a master of manifestation. Every one of your thoughts, actions, non-actions, and choices is affecting the unfolding of your path. Realize that you have great potential and power within you, and through your focused awareness, you can draw on heavenly support to create the life of your wildest dreams. Know that all the energies you connect with are carried up to your stellar gateway, and if they are aligned with the intentions your soul had before this incarnation, opportunities will come your way. It is important to consider connecting with your cosmic origins at this time, and also tracking down the intentions of your soul. For if you can bring your wishes in this life together with your pre-life intentions, you can live a life that is aligned with the highest heavens. Now that makes more sense. We are shedding in the beginning of the week who we are not. Okay, what this means is, again, it's the stories, it's the beliefs we tell ourselves. The I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I'm not lovable, I'm not talented, I'm not. Those are untruths. Those are not true. So if you think about it, a lot of us have been living according to those beliefs for the longest time. So we've been living a lie, essentially. Our wounding has been an untruth, okay? But our wounding is born in the need for survival, because most of our traumas would have occurred, I'm not saying that they will never occur again, but like in the formative years of our lives, right up until about the age of 27, 28, which is when we become an adult, just saying. We don't become an adult at 18 or 21. It's at our first Saturn return, which is 27, 28 years old. So from birth to 27, 28, there's a lot of room there for growth and learning born of the traumatic experiences we would have had in those years. Now remember, old Dr. Gabor Mate, trauma is not what happened to you. Trauma is what happened inside of you when the event occurred. So in our younger years, we would have experienced certain events that would have, our spirit, our psyche would have interpreted as trauma. So what our young brain does is it forms coping mechanisms. It tries to survive. And because we've experienced that trauma once, now in the mind, we now have a survival mechanism. So in the future, whenever we experience something that reminds us of that same trauma, our default setting kicks in. It's like a computer program. And then we react. We don't respond. We go into autopilot, survival mode, and we react in a certain way. Okay? This week, the beginning of this week, all of that is coming up to the surface again for review. Okay? So we're going to, now please understand, I know we did a lot of that last year. We can't deny that. We did a lot of work on ourselves last year. We all triggered a hell of a lot. Okay? Now, it doesn't mean we're never going to be triggered again. It doesn't mean that was the growth now and that's the end of that. No. We heal in layers. We heal to the degree that our soul can handle it. If we were to sit down and heal all of our traumas in one sitting, we would actually combust. We can't do it. So it feels like there's a little bit extra healing in the beginning of this week from this. Letting go of the old stories that were born of the traumas that we experienced. Okay? So it feels like a lot of us in the beginning of this week are going to be super aware of, I am tired of that same pattern. I am tired of reacting and responding the same old ways to whatever it is that's going on in my world. I now want to change it, which reminds me of that saying. I saw it on Facebook something the other day. Something along the lines of, I've never seen anybody change faster than somebody who's tired over their own bullshit. Okay, that's when we change. As if we're sick and tired of our own nonsense, and we now just want to heal and get better and reverse out of that place that no longer serves, so we can get on the right road and we can actually move forward. So that's what the beginning of this week is all about. So this week, it feels like we're all going to go through profound shift and profound change. And as we know, change is messy. Now, on that note, I'm also hearing Spirit say in this week, we might be feeling a bit physically weird. So don't be surprised. Now, please understand, I'm not a doctor. Okay, so if you are worried, please check yourself out. But Spirit is showing we're going to have a lot of physical symptoms this week as a result of the work that our souls and our psyches are going to be doing. Now, let's see, what could we experience as a result, I'm asking? Headaches, head pressure, because they're showing me, what is this chakra called again? Crown chakra, expansion. And as it expands, it can feel pressurizing, because as it expands, we're letting go of a lot of mental programming inside here. Okay, so we might have a lot of head pressure, headache, stuff like that. Okay, a little bit of fatigue. Oh, they show me fatigue and go energy, and then fatigue and then go. They're saying breathe, just drink a lot of water and you'll be fine. Okay, so that's chakra activation, crown chakra activation. Anything else physical? Food, changes in taste. You might, let's say you've always liked a certain thing. This week you'll be like, oh no, I don't feel like that at all. So your needs and desires for food is going to change. Okay. They're saying if you do anything, rest and have a hell of a lot of water. Okay, so that your body can catch up to the growth that your spirit is doing. Okay, and also as our spirit evolves, our body detoxes and lets go of all that baggage. So lots of water is your friend. A little bit of a detox if you feel the urge. Nature is your friend. If you're feeling really iffy and weird and the doctor's like, well, I don't know what the hell's wrong with you, nature is your friend. Go sit outside, sit under a tree, put your toes in the grass, and I guarantee you, after being in nature, you'll feel a little bit better. Okay, so yeah, very interesting week, this people. Do you see I can't even speak? Very interesting week this week, people. Okay. So hold on to your hats, and I hope that helps. And see you again next week to see what shenanigans await us next week. So sending you so much love. Have an amazing week. Thank you for being here. Lots of love. Bye.